Hello everyone and welcome to Mr.MoFranchise. It's week 13 as the 5-6 Jaguars take on the division-leading Tennessee Titans. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. As far as how long this game's going to be played, I rolled a 6, so I will be playing a 7-minute game that will be starting in the first quarter. As far as the effect of winning or losing this game, I rolled a 4, so it will affect my media approval by a plus or minus 15. As far as scouting goes this week, I rolled a 3. Scouting has been rough this year, as I will only get to spend 120 of my scouting points. And as far as the week 13 random event, it is morale check record. It says at this point in the season, D8 of your starters will see their morale change based on your team's record. Well, I rolled an 8 for the number of starters affected, and my winning percentage is 455, or at a 45% or 46% clip. 5-6. Thus, I lose a D20 to all 8 of my starters, and here are the starters. Excuse me, the players at least. Kyle Pitts, my tight end. He's had a hard time staying positive on this team. He's dropped 12 morale. He's now down to 20. Alar Jackson, last year's starting tackle, moved to backup. His morale is down to 33, down 17 overall. Our next tight end, Josh Oliver, is down 8, down to a 27. Brian Robinson Jr., my 4th halfback, is down 12 to 38. Juwan Taylor, my former starting lineman, now as backup center, is down 5 to 30. Dontavius Russell, my 3rd string defensive tackle, is down 10 to 40. Daniel Thomas, my backup middle linebacker, who I'm not re-signing, is down 9 to 41. And Trenton Thompson, my 4th string defensive tackle, is down 16 to 34. Let's take a look at the standings right now in the AFC South. We've got the Titans with a 2-game lead over us at 7-4. We're at 5-6. The Colts are a game behind us at 4-7, and the Texans are clearly out of it in a rebuilding stage, having lost 7 games in a row at 2-9. So that's where we see the importance of this game against the Titans. When we go back to week 1 and look at that debacle, we lost 37-27. But what's crazy is we actually gained them. We gained more yards, 465 to 332 than they did. We outpassed them. We came close to only 10 yards away from rushing on them, but clearly the main difference was twofold. Number one, it was the 6 turnovers. You can't have 6 turnovers in a game and expect to win. The 6 turnovers were just insane. And also, of course, the injury to Trey Lance, which knocked him out for 4 weeks. And we had to have Gardner Minshew take over for a couple weeks there. You know, Minshew did throw 2 picks as well as Trey Lance's 3 interceptions. So, the 7-4 Titans come to Jacksonville. Vegas actually has this as a pick'em, which is something to be positive about. But this is a must-win game for the Jaguars if they want a chance at winning the division. A loss here would put them 3 games back with not enough left to play. So here we go. Jacksonville and Tennessee. The Titans kick off, and the Jaguars' Skinner will decide to take this for a touchback. And out comes Trey Lance leading these Jaguars. 13 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. The storyline today, can the Jaguars limit the turnovers? That's something we'll be watching because this Titans defense has a tremendous secondary. 1st and 10, and a way to negate that would be to hand it off a lot. And the Jaguars go just that way. Let's take a look at the offensive line that Kyle Hill ran behind. And then the skill position players for these Jaguars. You've come to know them very well. 2nd down and 8 for Trey Lance. He's back to pass. He's running throws to Laviska Shenault coming across the middle, and he's got a 1st down. That is a 15-yard gain for Laviska Shenault. Coming out of the slot, running across the field, he just outran his coverage. And it's going to be 1st and 10. Counter play here for Kylan Hill. He's going to be fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, they want to say he lost a yard. So it's going to be 2nd down and 11. Lance back to pass. It's going to be a screen pass to Kylan Hill. Good pursuit by Jayon Brown, one of the captains on that Titans defense. He is definitely an anchor, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 15. The Jaguars are going the wrong way. 3rd and long. Lance decides to dump it off to DJ Chark, avoid the big mistake. Sometimes it's not the worst thing in the world to punt. Definitely better than 6 interceptions, that's for sure. So the Jaguars will punt. This is Logan Cook trying to pin the Titans inside the 20. And he will do so. This ball is going to be fair caught at the 17. And that's where, in this meeting between the TLs, Trey Lance versus Trevor Lawrence, that TL has a much better ratio. 23 touchdowns to only 5 interceptions. Clearly, Trevor Lawrence has developed as the better of the 2 TLs in this series that has many years to come. Here's an incomplete pass. Quick screen out to the wide receiver, but Trevor Williams was having none of that. He snipped that play out, and let's look at the Titans on offense. Here we see their skill position players, and I'm going to pronounce his name right. It is Travis Etienne. I think throughout this series I've called him 17 different names, but I believe I'm going to stick with this one. I heard an announcer use it the other day. It's Travis Etienne. Stopped there by the Jaguars defense, and here's that Jaguars defense. Led up front by Taven Bryan. In the middle, anchored by the Shaq attack, Shaquille Quarterman. And in the secondary, Trevor Williams is the corner that made that recent play on defense. Trevor Lawrence clearly in a passing situation on 3rd and 8. He's going to dump this off to his back. That was caught by Titus Massey, well short of the marker. And that brings in the Titans kicker, Brett Kern, for the punt. And this is a great punt back to the 13-yard line. Keon Skinner is going to make a nice little return. He's going to get to the 35, the 40, and finally taken out at the 41-yard line. Excellent return there by Keon Skinner, who's been a pleasant addition to this Jaguars special teams. On 1st and 10, Kyle Hill did a good job there of keeping his feet and picking up a gain of 5. And here are the Titans on defense. There's that Jan Brown that we mentioned earlier. And this amazing secondary. One of the best secondaries in the NFL. 2nd down and 5. Kyle Hill up the middle. He's got a 1st down. Following his blockers. Good run there by Kyle Hill to pick up the 1st down. Jaguars look like they definitely have a plan today to run the ball. 1st and 10. It's going to be play action. Lance scrambling out to his left. And he's going to dump this off. And that is a one-handed catch by Chris Olave. But did he stay in bounds? Tennessee's going to challenge that he did.
The previous play is under review.
Let's watch the replay. A wonderful use of the one-hand catch here by Chris Olave, but did he drag his foot? Tennessee doesn't think so. Let's find out what the officials say. The officials say he did, and it's 1st and 10 for the Jaguars. Nice one-handed catch there by Chris Olave. Kyle Hill, good running once again up the middle for a 6-yard gain. So far, the interior run has paid off for the Jaguars. 2nd down and 5. Another handoff to Kyle Hill. He's got some daylight and a 1st down. I think it's a 1st down. Yes, they will call the 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 21. Lance is going to pass on 1st down. He's going to throw this out to David Njoku for a gain of 6. And Trevor Lance, Trey Lance so far is 5 of 5. 2nd down and 4. This is going to be a handoff to Kyle Hill up the middle. And he picks up another 1st down. Forges ahead for 6, and that's going to make it 1st and goal from the 8. Jaguars doing a good job with the clock. There's Kyle Hill up the middle, all the way down to the half-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Okay, Lance is back to pass, and he is going to be brought down on the sack. That was P.J. Hall on the sack for this Titans defense. And that's going to take us to the end of the 1st quarter. No score. Here's the start of the 2nd quarter. 3rd and goal from the 7. And Trey Lance is going to be brought down on the safety blitz. Tracy Walker III. As he celebrates, and that's going to force the Jaguars into the short field goal by Matthew McCrane. 30-yard attempt right down the middle, and the Jaguars take the early 3-0 lead. After a touchback, picking up the action here at the 25, 1st and 10 for the Titans. And Trevor Lawrence is back to pass. And he's going to throw this to the outside to his receiver. That was Jonnu Smith for a gain of 2. Lawrence back to pass once again on 2nd down. And that is going to be incomplete. He tried to get that to Adam Humphries in the middle of the field. The coverage, and it's going to be 3rd and 8. Jaguars showing lots of pressure up the middle. And then Nick Bolton falls back into coverage on 3rd and 8. Trevor Lawrence, plenty of time. He's just going to try to dump this off. And the receiver's going to run out of bounds. Well short of the 1st down. That was Dallas Goedert on the reception. And the Titans are forced to punt once again. Keon Skinner on the return. He's going to be brought down on the tackle. And good job by this Jaguars defense. A low-scoring affair so far in the 2nd quarter. 1st and 10 for Trey Lance. Out of the shotgun. Lance barking out a different change. He's going to hand it off to Kyle Hill. No, it's play action. There's a penalty flag. This is thrown to Litzke Chenal for about an 8-yard gain, but I think it's coming back. It is coming back. It's going to be a hold, and that's going to be on the left tackle, Taylor Decker, the veteran. And that's going to force the Jaguars where they do not want to be, 1st and long in an obvious passing situation. And here, Trey Lance dumps it off to David Njoku for a gain of 4. And Trey Lance starts off 6 for 6 on the day. 2nd down and 16. Lance once again back to pass. And he's going to throw this field to Chenal. He chops down that yardage. Another gain of 6, and that's going to make it 3rd and 11. Trey Lance going to pass for the 3rd time in a row, and he's got a 1st down to Chris Olave on the deep in route. Gain of 14. And the Jaguars find a way to overcome the 1st and 20. Good poise in the pocket there by Trey Lance. Hand off to Kyle Hill once again at the middle. Jaguars definitely trying to expose that middle area so far today for a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. Now they're going to try to go the outside on the pitch, and it works because Kyle Hill has a 1st down. Gain of 11. And the Jaguars offense looks much differently than they did on week 1 against this Titans team. Kyle Hill for a no gain. On the run makes it 2nd down and 10. Lance is back to pass. He's going to throw this across the middle to David Njoku, who holds on for the 1st down. Trey Lance starts out this game 9 for 9. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning in this low-scoring game. 3-0. 2 minutes to play. On 1st and 10, Kyle Hill up the middle. Maybe picked up 1. 2nd down and 9. As the Jaguars are content running this clock down, they do not want to give the Titans the ball back with much time. And it's going to be a handoff to Kyle Hill, who forges ahead for a gain of 6. And it's going to make it 3rd down and 4. Jaguars doing a much better job today of controlling the clock, running the ball, not letting the Titans get the 6 interceptions, or the 6 turnovers, I should say. And it's going to be 4th and 2. Jaguars sent out Matthew McCrane for the kick. And this time it's a 31-yard field goal. So McCrane's made from 30 and 31. And with 29 seconds left to go in the 1st half, the Jaguars are up 6-0. Another kick into the end zone, which will be a touchback. And that's where Trevor Lawrence will start at the 25. He has 1 timeout remaining. Let's see what the Titans choose to do here. They're going to hand it off on the I formation to their fullback, Kari Blasingame. And the Titans do choose to call timeout. Blasingame gets a 5-yard gain. One of the best names in the NFL. Trevor Lawrence all by himself in the pocket. And that is a nice play there to A.J. Brown to get the 1st down and get out of bounds. Titans will once again want to use that sideline. Instead, Trevor Lawrence is looking deep, and he's got a man. That is going to be caught down to the 26, but they're going to run out of time. They didn't have any timeouts remaining, and using those timeouts earlier came back to bite them. And we go into the halftime. The Jaguars up 6-0. We look at the stats, and the number 1 stat, 0 takeaways for the Titans. Let's go around the league and see other scores. In Indianapolis, the Rams win 31-28. Jared Goff gets 4 touchdown passes today. Good game for Jared Goff. Elsewhere in the league, let's go out to the West. In Seattle, where the rivals 49ers and Seahawks. The Seahawks are down 10-0. Russell Wilson having a quiet first half. Jimmy G with a touchdown pass. And the Niners had the early 10-0 lead as that game approaches halftime. And finally, another AFC South game. It is the Houston Texans having their 10th loss of the season as they fall to the 8-3 Jets 21-17. Now that's all we're going to look at now. Let's go back to the second half. After a touchback, Trevor Lawrence has it at the 25-yard line. It's thrown to Dallas Goedert for a gain of 5. This handoff is to Travis Etienne. He's had a very quiet game. That's only his second carry of the day for 10 yards. Jaguars doing a good job of containing Travis Etienne. 1st and 10. It's going to be a counter to Etienne. And he almost had a breakaway there. Good tackle there by the Jaguars to holding to a shorter gain. 2nd down and 8. Trevor Lawrence dumps it off to Titus Massey for a couple yards. It's going to be a 3rd down and 4. Can this Jaguars defense stop them again? In comes Monte KZ on the blitz. That was all user me. I decided to try to blitz, and for once in my life, I actually did a successful user sack. So much so, I'm going to watch the replay. I definitely enjoyed this. I timed it just right. And Trevor Lawrence didn't see me coming, and I was unabated to the quarterback, and I came in and hit him hard. That definitely felt good. And the Titans are forced to punt. Brett Kern in once again for the punt. We've seen him a lot today, which is a good sign for the Jaguars. Skinner takes it at the 15. He's going to run this back to the 25-yard line. And that's where Trey Lance will start this possession with 4:44 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Lance is back to pass. He's going to run with it, and he's going to dive down at the 30-yard line. Good decision there by Trey Lance not to force it, and that is a 6-yard gain instead of an interception. The maturation of Trey Lance from week 1 to now, definitely a good sign for the Jaguars. And after that run, it's going to be 3rd down and 1. The 1st down would be huge here for the Jaguars to continue to work this clock. And Kylan Hill does get the 1st down and more as he runs this to the 44-yard line. That's an 11-yard gain for Kylan Hill, who is near 75 yards of rushing today. It's going to be no, it's play action. And Trey Lance is sacked once again by Jayon Brown, who did not buy the run. And it's going to be 2nd down and 20. Play action has not worked all that well today for the Jaguars. Lance is going to be sacked once again, this time by Carl Lawson. And that is the 4th sack of the day for the Titans. 3rd down and a lot. And Trey Lance almost made his first mistake of the day. In fact, that's his first incompletion, and he knows it. Jaguars lucky to get away with the incomplete pass. And then in comes their kicker, Logan Cook, who kicks us down to Etienne, who takes it back to the 22-yard line. So number 22 takes it back to the 22. And that's where the Titans will start, down 6-0. Nifty moves there by A.J. Brown, who gets the 1st down reception. 1st and 10 now from the 35-yard line. And up Etienne. And he's going to fight, break a tackle, break another tackle. Etienne with his best run of the day, showing the power and determination to pick up 4 yards, 4 tough earned yards. And here's a quick bubble screen out to the receiver. That was to Adam Humphries, but there was no one there for blocking. And Williams is having none of that. And it's going to be 3rd down and 6. And here's a quick pass out to the flat for Dallas Goedert. And he's going to be 3 yards short. And out comes Brett Kern again. And the Jaguars defense pitching a shutout But here we see excellent special teams by the Titans as they're able to pin the Jaguars inside the 1-yard line with 12 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Can the Jaguars get out of it? That's a start. Hill picked up 3 yards, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. It's the Jaguars 6 and the Titans goose egg. 2nd down and 7 as we start the fourth quarter. Can the Jaguars get out of this hole in their own end zone? This is a quick pass out to Chris Olave for a 3-yard gain. A little bit more breathing room. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. A first down here would be huge for the Jaguars. Lance under center. He's going to pass. He's going to throw this to Kyle Pitts across the middle. The disgruntled Kyle Pitts with his first reception of the day. And he gets a first down, a much-needed first down. That is a 14-yard gain. Let's watch the replay. Kyle Pitts just put himself in the soft part of the zone. He looked a little covered, but Lance threw it to the left part of the field where only Kyle Pitts could get it. Kyle Hill loses 4 here on the pitch. And it's going to be 2nd down and 13 as we are under now 6 minutes to play in this game. Nice pass. He's got his backfield. Kyle Hill out of the backfield for a 10-yard gain. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 3. Now Kyle Hill's going to be motioned out by Trey Lance. Empty backfield now. And Trey Lance is changing the play. Making another adjustment. And he doesn't see anybody open. He's going to run for it. And Trey Lance has all kind of running room. Well done there by Trey Lance. Once again, not forcing it. If we watch the replay, he saw his receivers were covered. And he decided to take off and use his legs. Here you see that is good coverage by the Titans. And so Trey Lance says, I can do this with my legs. And he gets down before he's hit and fumbles. One of the best decisions of the day by Trey Lance. And it's 1st and 10, and the clock continues to go. Marlon Mack on his first carry of the day for a pick of 5. You can see this rushing defense for the Titans is 3rd in the league. But today the Jaguars have eclipsed 100 yards. And here's Marlon Mack with his 2nd carry. Doesn't get anything. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Lance back to pass. Going out to the right. He throws to Laviska Shenault. Forced it a little bit, and that is going to be incomplete. Only the 2nd incomplete pass today for Trey Lance. And that means the Jaguars are forced to punt. Can Logan Cook pin the Titans inside the 20? Let's find out. Here's the kick. It's down to the 8-yard line, and it is! C.J. Henderson did a wonderful job getting down there. So, Trevor Lawrence, 3:23 to go, all 3 timeouts left. He's starting out at the 8-yard line. Can he march the Titans down 92 yards for the score? That's a good start. A 12-yard reception on the curl route. Now we're under 3 minutes to play. And a sack here by Josh Allen. Great to see Josh Allen get involved as he's moved from the end to outside linebacker position. Let's watch the replay. Josh Allen came in and put a beat down on Trevor Lawrence. That looked punishing. 2nd down and 17. Trevor Lawrence on the pump fake. And he goes to his tight end. That was Dallas Goedert. As I was controlling Ronnie Harrison, I had coverage there. And he just got outside of my stretch. And Trevor Lawrence did a good job there getting the first down. And another sack by Josh Allen. His 2nd of the day and his 2nd in the last 2 minutes. And that's going to take us to 2-minute warning. Jaguars 6, Titans 0. 2nd down and 18. As we emerge out of the 2-minute warning, Trevor Lawrence finds his man on the curl route for a 12-yard gain. He also has 2 incompletions today. Both TLs with a good job at the quarterback position today. And Trevor Lawrence is going deep. He's got a man, and it is caught. Caught by A.J. Brown. What a reception. And the Titans on the big play have it at the 12-yard line. Trevor Lawrence is going to dump this off to Titus Massey. And it's going to be 2nd and 7 as we approach 1 minute to play. Play action. Lawrence back to pass. He's got a man in the end zone, and it is knocked down by DeMonte Casey. A pick there would have been huge. And it's going to be 3rd down and 7. 56 seconds left to play. Trevor Lawrence back to pass. He's going in the end zone. He's got a man, but he's just out of the back of the end zone. That was Rashard Davis, but he couldn't keep both feet in, and it's 4th down and 7. This is the ball game. Trevor Lawrence looking, throwing in the back of the end zone. He's got Jaguars Smith for the touchdown. He threw into double coverage. But unbelievably, Jaguars Smith found a place where he could get both feet in. But let's see if he did actually get both feet in. Let's watch the replay. Trevor Lawrence on 4th down throws into double coverage, but neither man had good enough coverage as Jaguars Smith was able to find. Look at this. 2 men on him, and Trevor Lawrence says, I still think I have it. And look at that. He does have a step, and as we turn, look at this. He keeps both feet in. Good read by Trevor Lawrence. You got to give the Titans credit. And with that, the Titans take the 7-6 lead. A 10-play, 92-yard drive. Wow, that takes the air right out of the sails of this Jaguars team, who for a whole 3.5 quarters held the Titans scoreless. But now we have to see if the offense can pick up the defense. It's 7-6, 48 seconds to go. Jaguars do have all 3 timeouts remaining. Let's see if Trey Lance can bring this team back. They've relied on the running game so far today, but they will need to rely on Trey Lance at this point. Trey Lance going deep. DJ Chark incomplete. 2nd down and 10. 44 seconds left to go. Looking at where Matthew McCray needs to get to. Probably a 52-yard field goal is his range. 2nd and 10. Lance back to pass. He's going to throw this, and that is going to be held on to. Excellent catch there by David Njoku to hold on as he took the punishing hit. Jaguars burned their first timeout, and they're all the way up to the 44-yard line. 39 seconds to go. 2 timeouts remaining. Hill's going to be moved over to the right side. Trey Lance. Back pass is going to try to, he gets rid of it, and that is going to be dumped out to Laviska Shenault for a 2-yard gain. Might have been better off dropping that, and that forces them to call a 2nd timeout. Trey Lance did avoid the sack, however, and that's going to make it 2nd down and 8, and now the Jaguars are down to 1 timeout. Trey Lance looks like he's making another audible or adjustment. He is all by himself in the backfield at the 46-yard line with 33 seconds to go. He is pass, and he's got David Njoku. David Njoku gets the 1st down to the 35. The Jaguars are going to scramble up to the line and spike it. 14 seconds to go. From here, it would be a 52-yard field goal against the wind. The Jaguars would like to get a little bit more yardage here. And Trey Lance is by himself again. Surprising not to have any people back there to block. And Trey Lance is going to dump this off to David Njoku down to the 26. And the Jaguars are going to call timeout with 2 seconds to go. This is going to be a 43-yard field goal attempt. And the Titans call timeout to ice Matthew McCray. So it comes down to this. So far, McCray's been 2 for 2, but no field goal bigger than this. 43 yards out. The game on the line. A 6-mile-an-hour wind blowing against McCray. Here's the kick. It's good! It's good! The Jaguars win 9-7! And don't give up hope yet! The Jaguars win 9-7! Matthew McCray, the sure-footed McCray, comes through in the clutch. It wasn't by much. And the Jaguars pull off the win. Vegas had it as a pick'em, and you can see why. Clearly, the Jaguars made a commitment to the running game. They had over 100 yards rushing and held the Titans to very little yards rushing. At the end of the day, no turnovers is the difference in this game, as was Matthew McCray's kick. It wasn't good by much. But the Jaguars prevailed 9-7. They get back to 500. Trey Lance, 155 yards passing, no interceptions, no touchdowns, but he went 17-20 for an 85% completion rate. Great job by Trey Lance managing this game and not making the mistakes. Kyle Hill, great day for him. 17 carries for 74 yards, a 4.3 average. He didn't have any touchdowns, but he did get close a couple of times. Marlon Mack came in for 2 runs for 5 yards, and Trey Lance 2 scrambles for 23 yards, both getting first downs. And those were important. David Njoku, 6 receptions for 70 yards, and big receptions in that fourth quarter drive. Laviska Shenault had 4 catches for 25 yards. Chris Olave, 3 catches for 35 yards, and the one-handed grab. That proved to be big as well. As far as our line, this shows only 1 sack given up. That means the other sacks were because I held on to the ball. On defense, the Shack Attack led the way with 5 tackles. Ronnie Harrison had 4 tackles. Josh Allen, 4 tackles and 2 sacks. Those proved to be large. Nick Bolton and Charvarius Ward had 3 tackles, as well as Trevor Williams. And Devontae KZ also had 2 tackles and a user's sack from me as well. So that proves to be a big win. Let's watch the replay that just snuck in there. Woo! Just inside the right crossbar. And we win 9-7 on that kick. As far as upgrades go, DJ Chark gets an upgrade. He's going to get a point in deep threat, and that's going to move him up to an 84. Our captain moves up to an 84 overall. He gets 3 in awareness, 1 deep route, 1 elusiveness, and 1 release. You got to love that 3 awareness. That is huge for the 24-year-old receiver, DJ Chark. Josh Allen gets an upgrade with his 2 sacks. He's going to get a point in run stopper, and that bumps him up to an 81. He gets an upgrade, 2 awareness, 1 block shed, 1 play rack, 1 pursuit, and 1 strength. I'd like to see that 2 awareness and 1 strength for Josh Allen. He's only 24 years old as well. Anthony Hines III gets a point, an upgrade in run stopper. He goes up to 73. He goes up 1 agility, 1 awareness, 2 block shed, 1 tackle, and 1 zone coverage. He's been great on special teams so far this year. He's only 22 years old. Our rookie Terrence Middleton is going to go a point in zone, and that bumps him up to a 69. As he gets 2 in awareness and 1 in zone coverage as he approaches the 70 threshold. And then Dontavius Russell, one of our disgruntled defensive tackles, is going to bump up to a 68. He goes up 1 awareness, 2 block shed, and 1 in tackle. So let's take a look at the standings now in the AFC North. There are 2 teams vying for a wild card spot. So it's going to be hard to pass them at 6-4-2 for the Browns and 7-3-2 for the Bengals. There we are at 6-6. The Dolphins are at 7-5. The Bills are at 7-5. The Broncos are 7-4-1. So it looks like the best path for us is actually to win our division, which we are currently a game back of the Titans, and we've split the series. So we've got some work to do. Big win for the Jaguars as we climb back to 500. We're now at 6-6 with 4 games to play, although we have a 3-game road trip on the way at Rams, at Broncos, and at Texans before we close out the series this season home against the Cardinals. So with that win, the media goes up to a 33 overall, and that's good to see. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, think about subscribing and smash that like button. And tell a friend. The Jaguars are back to 6-6 with 4 games to play. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.